Hey, what's poppin' everybody? My name is Mojang and welcome back to yet another gaming video, where today I have some very exciting news regarding the next major update for Minecraft and Minecraft Live 2020. The three mobs that we are going to be voting on for the mob vote were announced, and we can also kind of discern some of the details about these mobs given the information from the announcement trailer and from the announcement video for these mobs. So some pretty exciting stuff indeed. Now if you're not aware, the mobs that were announced were the Glow Squid, the Ice Lodger, and the Moo Bloom. So three very interesting mobs from what we can tell, and very different to what we kind of normally see, whether it be in these biome votes or these mob votes. So pretty cool stuff indeed. And a key thing to note, by the way, is that Mojang hasn't said whether or not, because we choose one of these, that the other mobs won't be added later. There will probably be some clarification in Minecraft Live, so just keep an eye out for that. And anyway, with that said, let's get into the video. So the first mob I want to go over is the Glow Squid. Now, based on what we see with the artwork of the Glow Squid, and the fact that it is a glow squid, tends to indicate that it would be somewhere in the cold, deep ocean biome, or maybe just in all of the deep ocean biomes. We don't actually know what the purpose is, but I can imagine that maybe there might be some kind of light source based on the ink sac it drops. That's kind of a stretch, but I think that would kind of be an interesting game mechanic. But what we do know for sure is that this will be an ocean mob, obviously, and that it is likely that it will be a deep ocean mob. So there's not a ton we know about that one, but the next one on this list we do know actually a lot more about, which is the Ice Lodger mob. Now this is the one that looks to be the most interesting to me, at least until we learn more about it. The Ice Lodger is a mob that will actually throw chunks of ice at the player. It is a illager, so that kind of falls into the 1.14 update theme, but it is a illager, and it spawns in the cold biomes, whether that be snowy tundra or maybe the iceberg biomes as well, or ice spikes even. We don't know if it'll spawn in any of these places, but that is the most likely place it will spawn. And so what we see from the trailer is that it can throw ice at players. Now whether or not they will make that ice, or it will be ice from the ground, we don't actually know. That'll be a very interesting thing, and again, we don't know what this drops, just kind of an interesting mob to be thrown in there. And finally we have the Moo Bloom. Now what we do know is that this will be spawning in, based off of the artwork, we know that this will be spawning in the Flower Fields biome, or possibly in the Flower Forest biome. Now this will obviously probably be a good source of leather and maybe steak, kind of how the mushroom is, but it may have a further purpose as well. You may be able to get maybe flowers from this, and like how you can get mushrooms from a mushroom. That could be an interesting mechanic, not entirely sure. We don't know. This is probably the one we know the least about, and it's very interesting, and we do get to see with all three of these mobs, which I'll show now, an actual detailed model of what they will most likely look like in the game. Well, anyway, folks, with that said, that is going to do it for this video. Now, please keep in mind before you go telling your friends, oh, this is what's going to happen. We don't actually know this. These predictions could be wrong, but they are very likely based off what we have seen so far, so just keep that in mind. Along with that, we don't have any concrete information about these mobs, so remember that these are still in the early stages of development. They are not ready to be released yet. So it might be a while before we see these, and things might change about these mobs. So these predictions that I'm making now that are based off of the information we have now, that information might be defunct in, say, 3 or 4 months. So just keep that in mind. And anyway, folks, that is going to do it for this video. I am going to be making a video on the Minecraft Live 2020, so make sure you stick around for that. If you guys enjoyed, hit that subscribe button down below, and make sure you hit that like, ring the bell if you want to. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next gaming video. Goodbye, guys.